Well friend, welcome back to Casa Refined. My name is Jorge. Today I have a very exciting video because I'm giving my friend's tiny studio apartment a makeover, an extreme makeover rather. Now my friend has seen some of the items as he helped me move them in. So he has a little bit of a preview of what's to come, but he doesn't know the full picture. So this makeover is for my friend Mando. He is such a caring person. He's a hard worker, always putting others before himself, maybe too much. And he recently had sort of a reset in life, if you will, and he got his studio apartment, and I really wanted to gift him a full makeover, a space that feels like home, a space that is calming, a space that that he's going to love. And I am not charging a single penny for him. This is all going to be gifted for him, which I'm very excited. So I was coming up with the design plan for this. I worked with him to kind of figure out what he wanted, and he pretty much gave me free rein on this. But one of the things I gathered is he does like a neutral space, something that feels calming, but with some color, not boring. He likes some modern pieces, and overall he said he really likes my design style. So I think the design plan that I came up with is going to work really well for him. Of course, it's going to feel very sophisticated and I think it's going to be a good reflection of what he likes. Now, I do want to say in this makeover, I'm not going to be touching the kitchen. I'm primarily going to focus on sort of the bedroom, living room / dining room, the common areas. Now, let's talk about the vinyl flooring for a second. This vinyl flooring is not in good condition. In fact, it's in pretty rough shape. So now this is a rental, of course. There's a couple things that I could potentially do, including peel and stick sort of situation. But to be honest with you, I think the easiest thing and the best solution here is going to be a large area rug. Now, a large area rug is perfect because not only is it going to bring in sort of a cozy factor in here and some pattern and some texture, it's going to soften up the space. And the area rug that I selected is probably maybe too large for this space, but I'm honestly trying to cover as much as this as possible. It's kind of crazy that I'm selecting such a large area rug for this space, especially considering that the apartment's probably under 300 square feet, but I certainly think it's necessary, especially to cover up this flooring. Plus, it might potentially give the illusion of a larger space, especially with something oversized as this. This is from the Arvin collection at Rugs USA. Such a beautiful rug. I absolutely love the pattern. Very textural. I love it. Of course, I will link it in the description. Let's talk about the window situation. So this is the only window in the apartment. Luckily, it's a nice size. Plenty of daylight comes in here, but check out the position of this. It is shoved all the way in the corner. Awkward situation, of course, when it comes to putting drapes and stuff like that. So whoever designed this layout, jail, criminal. But obviously we can't do anything about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to work with it. Notice there's also this wall sort of AC unit right here. Obviously that has to stay. So I came up with a solution to kind of give the illusion, perhaps, of a larger window and also give the illusion of a larger wall, a larger space. And I think drapes is the right solution. So I am going to be installing wall-to-wall drapes, basically. I ordered some from 2 Pages, some custom drapes. I think pinch pleated is just going to give this a nice, clean look. Now, again, this is a rental, but luckily I can make holes. So one thing that I did is I actually installed this long curtain rod. I actually ordered it on Amazon. It's one of those ones where like you screw together to create one large rod. So I ordered these curtains from 2 Pages. I have them in my home. I absolutely love it, and I think it just adds a nice, clean, refined look. The color that I went with is, I think it's the ivory beige. I will put the details for these in the description, but one thing that I opted for is memory train so that they come ready to be hung and they already hang perfectly. Of course, memory train, that's something that you could do too. The great thing about the drapes there is that you can really customize them to your wall space. For like a normal window, I would say at least 2.5 width of the size of the window if you want a really full look. I think that just looks a little bit more luxurious. These curtain hooks are included. I really like these because they're adjustable too, so you can really adjust like how far off the ground they are. So basically I'm just gonna insert this through the back as such. If I could actually find the hole, slide it in. So just take this from the back. try my best not to knock things down. Let's pull these up, insert them in. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I'm just gonna space them out evenly so that it looks perfect. But I mean, you can already tell how much this is adding just some nice repetition, some texture. And I really love this sort of linen look. It's not real linen, but it does look like it. Let me just do the other side. I'm always in awe after I step back and appreciate how the drapes hang. They do so much for the space, and I think doing the memory train is certainly worth spending a little bit extra because they hang so perfectly and they just look professional. Of course, I will put the details for this in the description box. I might even have a discount code, but I love these. So over here, I'm gonna plan to do sort of a dining table, and I put together these two cabinets, if you will, sort of a hack, sort of a sideboard hack. This would even look great with 3 or more cabinets, just to give the look of like a large cabinet. And these are really nice. I really like these because they're not so deep, so I do love that. I also like the cane detail of these. And then I'll do some artwork up here, but I'll wait till later in the video. That was the box, I promise. Okay, so I'm putting together the bed frame right now. The bed and the headboard are separate. It's the next day, by the way. I started assembling the bed last night, and this is the Bossy oak wooden frame, the queen size. It's such a beautiful bed and very sturdy. Now, as you know, I love Article. I have worked with them in the past. I have bedroom furniture from Article, dining room furniture. As you know, Article offers high quality furniture that's meant to last at a good price point. So like I said, I started putting together the bed last night, and I'm going to pair it with a beautiful headboard that I think is going to look great. But before I do, I'm going to start unboxing the dresser. Oh, check out this walnut finish. It's so beautiful. There we go. This is actually a popular dresser for Article. You might have seen this before. This is the Lanaya 6-drawer dresser in the walnut finish. There's, of course, the whole collection. There's like the bedside tables. There's the tall dresser version. I have the queen bed in the white oak at home. I absolutely love it. I think my friend's really gonna love the fact that these drawers are soft close. As you know, I personally love mixing different wood tones. I think it's a great way to sort of add a bit of contrast to a space. So I'm gonna do that in here. This, my friend, is the Olala or Ulaya. Ulala. I'm gonna say Ulala frame. I think it's so beautiful. It features this like cane rattan. I think the warmth that it provides, it's very incredible. This is the queen size. It's also available in king, I believe. I still need to mount it, but just look at how this is already bringing in some texture and how it's kind of filling up this large wall right here. You know, assembly is actually going by swiftly, and the quality, I have to say, certainly meets the good price point. I'm so happy with how it's all coming together. Did you know that Article also sells bedding? So I'm going for something more neutral. So I selected sort of this like taupe bedding. I got the sheet set. Also, I got the 100% gauze cotton quilt duo, and it's so soft. Like, this is really soft. I think it might even be reversible. And this right here is the Lenia white oak cabinet. There's also the walnut version. Just a beautiful cabinet, perfect for adding some storage in here. Has the adjustable shelves, very sturdy piece, and I believe soft close. Yep, soft close doors. sure what I'm gonna do up here. Maybe I'm thinking of a mirror. I'm so sorry, I forgot to film the unboxing of this concrete side table. It's such a great piece. I certainly recommend it. I will link it in the description along with every other piece from Article, but that concludes this portion of the video. I really want to thank Article for partnering with me on this makeover, but keep watching to see how it all comes together. So back into this corner over here. Now, I do think every bedside table needs a lamp. In this case, we have sort of these smaller shelves. I could put some lamps on either side, but that's going to take up too much real estate on the shelf. So I'm thinking of doing some wall sconces, and I ordered these really beautiful ones off of Etsy. I asked the seller if he could make them plug-in, and he said yes. Of course, we're not going to do a hard wiring here, so I think this is going to be perfect. I love the red. It's like sports car red, and he likes a neutral space. I like a neutral space, but I think every space deserves a bit of color, and he does want some color, so I think these will be perfect to do that. And I'm actually going to take advantage of this tall headboard and hide the cord right behind it so that it goes right about here. There is the switch, which is down here, but I'm actually going to put the bulbs on like a remote control so that you don't need to reach back there. And I think that's going to look great. And I'm aligning it directly in the middle with the shelf so that it lights up the shelf too. But of course, these are adjustable. This is looking sick AF. Sick AF. Okay, so I'm gonna be gifting him this swivel chair. It's a faux leather swivel chair. It's very comfortable. And I think this is gonna be perfect in this little corner right here. He can swivel, look out the view. Honestly, I love a swivel chair. You can have so much fun with these. And there's even this ottoman that I will include. He can put his feet up right here, or this can turn into, well, it has storage, which is always great, and it has a little tray, little table situation, or flip it over to put feet up like this. So that'll be great. I think this is gonna be a perfect spot for this side table right here. So you can see. All right, for the sideboard, I'm placing 2 lamps. I think we just need some symmetry here. And these are really beautiful. Have this sort of this like rustic aged look, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, I need to remove the covers. One thing that I like to do is I like to put lamps, especially once there's a lot of lamps, on these like wireless, I guess like remote controls, so that I don't have to go in and turning on and off lights every single day. I could just press this right here and that turns them on. So I'm gonna program the other side, the other lights with these as well, but I got this on Amazon. I will link this below. I think it's one of those like where you can also like stick it to the wall or just like, I don't know, carry it with you. Now I think this is a perfect spot for some artwork, maybe something large. So I will be using this piece right here that I created. Well, I didn't paint it, of course. It's actually a print. Here's a quick DIY of how I came up with this. Here is some artwork that I did, I guess a couple years at this point. It was one of my first YouTube videos. You know, it's a pretty nice piece, but one thing about me is that I'm not afraid to paint over my existing artwork. So I'm gonna change up the look of the frame and do some different artwork. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try to change the black. I don't think it's gonna work for the design that I have. So I ended up ordering this on Amazon. This is wax metallic finish. Hopefully you can see here. Now previously I had added some of that gold rub and buff to the inside. And with this one, I'm going to kind of create a little bit of a contrast. So I'm going to leave the existing rub and buff. And then for the black, I will apply this and see how that looks. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible. It looks really good. I would say that the color, the finish is more of a bronze finish. And this is the artwork that I will be placing on. I think it would look good with that, but I just want it's too bronze in my opinion. I just need a little bit more of the gold finish, not too much, just a touch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this outside and just give it a light spray, a dust rather, of antique bronze spray paint. This is the paint that I'm using. It's satin bronze, so has that warmer undertone as you can see here. I think he'll appreciate this artwork. It's just a moody landscape with beautiful sort of moody colors. There's some cows, some pastures, a mountain. Like, it's just a wonderful piece. So let me hang it up, which by the way, I've been using this thing. I got it from Amazon. It's like a level, perfect for hanging like drapes, or if you're hanging artwork a lot, making sure that things are nice and even. I already have the tripod, but it's this little thing, and it comes like this. Basically, you just turn it on and then it casts, hopefully you can see on camera, a straight line, perfectly horizontal and even. I highly recommend, because I can't stand it when artwork is uneven. Here you can see the laser so that it's nice and even. So here is the dining table. I think the space needs some chrome, and I got this one that has sort of that chrome base, and then this top right here. This is the 36-inch, which is perfect for like a smaller scale like this. Now, it's just one person living here, so I'm not gonna be doing like 4 chairs. I think I'm just gonna do 2. So I ordered these beautiful sort of Generette reproductions, if you will. These are handmade. I absolutely love the finish of this. It's so beautiful. I even purchased the seat cushion here. I actually have the armchair version. This is the armless version. I can put that right here. I'm probably going to remove the tag. I think it's nice to mix different materials. So in this case, mixing metal, mixing wood, sort of that cane rattan. It's going to be perfect. It's not perfectly centered with this because it's going to take up too much space over in the bed area, but overall I think this will work. I could even probably put this over here. It's not the perfect layout, but it definitely works. This is a Rugs USA rug. It's actually a washable jute rug. I actually have not this specific pattern, but I have some at home. I absolutely love them because you could throw them in the wash. And you know how it is with jute, it can be sometimes hard to maintain. I think this is going to be perfect, and it's pretty soft too. So I love the black stripe. Let's do some unboxing because we're going to give them some new dinnerware, some new silverware, some new drinkware. I ordered some Fable dinnerware. I have Fable at home. I absolutely love it. This one is in the, I can't remember the name, but it's like the sand or taupe. Such a beautiful color. I'll show the close-up, but let me just unbox everything first. Kind of has like an earthy, more natural color. I think they're perfect neutral plates. I think these could work well year-round. Next up, we have some drinkware. How incredible is this? It's kind of thin, but it has that nice modern look, which complements this dinnerware quite nicely. Look at that. And these are the tall ones that match perfectly. Of course, this all needs to be washed before use, but it all looks so great. Some matte black dinnerware, some beautiful silverware. I love the flat black. These feel like really good quality. They're nice and heavy. Got the large spoons, smaller spoons. I love this color so much. I might even need it for myself, but I have the Dove Gray version at home. I've had it for maybe 2 or 3 years. Such a great dinnerware set, perfect for year round. I think it's a good investment set that I would highly recommend if you're looking for new dinnerware, but I will provide details for these in the description. Hi friend, I am on my way to pick up some food, but then also do a quick stop at the thrift store. I just feel like we need some pieces for the apartment that are going to feel not so new. I don't want it to lean so brand new and modern. And I think some hopefully vintage pieces or pre-loved items that maybe have some patina or just maybe quirky, something to add a more layered, a more collected look to this space. I think that would be really beneficial for the space. So hopefully I'll get lucky and find, sorry, it's a little crooked. Hopefully I'll get lucky and find some gems. But these days I'm feeling pretty lucky at the thrift store, so I just might. We'll see. The stars were aligned today because I found some treasures. It was too bad there wasn't any carts available, so I could only buy whatever I could grab in my hands, and I found some treasures. I'll give you a haul once I get to the apartment. Okay, so I have this old stool right here that I got at the thrift store. I think it was like $5 or something. It's not in the best condition, but I'm gonna do the old oven cleaner technique real quick so that I can sand it down and make it kind of just look more rustic. I think it's a really nice sturdy stool, so it just needs a little bit of an update, and it already has some of that patina on there, but I'm just gonna strip it down to the raw wood. Don't forget to breathe. Next, I'm going to take some dish detergent, a brush, and some warm water, and I'm just going to scrub it down to get rid of that top veneer / clear coat. If we're being honest, this looks janky AF right now, but trust the process. So I'm gonna let this fully dry and it's going to look beautiful. So I'm gonna set that aside. In the meantime, let me show you what I got at the thrift store. When the thrifting stars align, they certainly align. The first thing that I got was this box right here. It's such a pretty box. I don't know what its original use was for. I don't know. I don't think it was a cigar box, but it has this right here. Maybe it was, I don't know. It sort of has that nice wood detail, which I think is going to be perfect. You can use it to like maybe put some jewelry or just like a little catch-all box. This right here, oh my gosh, this is solid brass. It's like a cannon, and I want this for myself, but I'm not going to keep it for myself. This is so cool. The wheels actually turn, which is so cool. I think this is gonna be great. Maybe on top of some books on the dresser is what I'm thinking. Of course, I can't go to the thrift store without getting some vases. I bought 2 only. The first one is this. I think this is cork or some sort of wood. I don't know, but it looks to be hand turned, and it's such a cool little vase. Just adding some texture. Another vase I found is this one. This is very pretty. I love sort of that pattern, that detail. At the bottom it says Chulucanas, Peru. So I'm just gonna assume this is handmade by artisans in Peru. So, and then last thing is I got some books, kind of more decorative, if to be honest with you. This one, I removed the cover. It was in very bad shape, but this one is the world. So here's how the stool turned out. It looks so beautiful. I love just that natural wood. It's not perfect, and I think that's what makes it special. So I was thinking about putting it right here closer to the kitchen, not so close because it's gonna take up space. I think it could look good here, maybe with like a plant on top. I was thinking of doing this sort of antique clay pot And then I placed these faux magnolia, but they have that realistic look and feel. I definitely would recommend them. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe it's too tall for this, you know? Because I can't move it so much over here because it's going to, I mean, the stove and the oven is over here, the range. So I was also thinking, what if instead of this, maybe I could find somewhere else for it. I could maybe do this reclaimed wood stool. It's a little bit shorter and it can go right here. I think that might look better. I feel like previously with the lamp height, it might compete. So I don't know, what are your thoughts? And at this point, I'm pretty much wrapping it up for this apartment makeover. I'm putting the final touches. You all, I'm so happy with this. I think he's going to love his new space. I'm also gonna gift him some of my Cemento bubble coasters. Yes, I actually make these. Yeah, these are so fun to make. Of course, made by yours truly. I absolutely love these. So this is the updated design. The previous design was a bit smaller, but this one, larger bubbles, and they are now available in, of course, sand, slate black, and also the Terra Rust, making these just a perfect gift idea if you're looking for some gifts or, of course, something for yourself. They're sold in a set of 2, made with love from Casa to yours. Well, friends, the makeover is complete. I'll tell you, putting together this makeover has been quite the journey, but I am so happy of how everything has come together, the colors, the materials. I think it just feels so layered, so collected. Of course, neutral, but overall, it feels calming. Now I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough of some of my choices here, but I have to say I absolutely love this headboard. I think it's the statement piece that this room deserved. I love how it pairs nicely with these mid-century modern lamps. This long artwork brings in a little bit of contrast, beautiful, warm, soft bedding from Article. I even layered this throw blanket right here, this nice long sort of lumbar pillow, and this beautiful velvet. I think it adds some warmth that I think is needed. As I said, the window situation has been pretty awkward, and I think this window treatment solution has been a good solution for this. It just kind of gives the illusion of maybe a larger window, or really just bringing in some texture and a little bit of warmth. I really love how this is working out here. Now, in terms of the styling on the dresser, just keeping it pretty neutral. I found some pieces from the thrift store, some of them available on my shop, different pieces to create a layered look. I love this vase. Added some of these florals. They are actually like branches, but they look very realistic. I highly recommend them. A little bit of sculpture over here. This sort of brass cannon that I found is so cool. I absolutely love this. I think it looks perfect on this dresser. And overall, just notice how it's a pretty neutral space, but with some color here. In this case, more on the primary side. It adds something to it, you know? I really think he's gonna appreciate this corner right here, this really comfortable swivel chair, nice ottoman, and I think this might be a good solution for that awkward window. Yes, it's bumped up all the way to the corner, but that doesn't mean that the drapes need to be pushed up to the corner. I'm opening them up a bit just to create that illusion. I think it's making the best of what we can do here, right? And of course, I really love just adding some faux greenery here that looks realistic, some artwork that I know he's gonna appreciate. He's a big fan of Snoopy over here. Beautiful sort of side table. By the way, this cement sort of trinket tray is now available in my shop. I actually make these. I absolutely love the color of this. It's available in black, sort of a beige, and then this sort of almost like rust color, which I think is very cool. And I think it'll be perfect for him to put like a beverage on there, sort of like a coaster. Now, of course, this is a pretty small studio apartment, so layout was a bit of a challenge, but I definitely knew that I wanted to put the dining table area closer to the kitchen. It's not the most perfect aesthetically, it's like aligned with the sideboard or anything, but I think it works. I really love these chairs, and then sort of with this sort of mid-century table I think is perfect. I really love sort of the chrome as well. I'm so happy with this artwork that I created. I didn't paint it, of course, but I shared it already. But I really love it. Some apples on a wooden board always looks very elegant. This, by the way, I have these available on my shop, CasaRefineShop.com. This sort of like faux poppy pods stems to make it look more realistic. I don't even know if poppy stems normally do this, but I kind of twisted them a bit, not bent them, no harsh angles, but just nice soft curves. I think it just adds a bit of drama, and I think it's I don't know, I love it. And as I said, I wasn't really touching the kitchen for this makeover. I kind of put this here, honestly, more for the video. I think it's taking up too much space for the oven over here. Maybe something a bit smaller so it doesn't really get into the way. And for the entryway over here, I think this beautiful cabinet's gonna be perfect for just some extra storage. It feels very sturdy. And this mirror might look familiar. It's actually a DIY that I did. One of my first DIYs here on YouTube, and I think this is the perfect project for it. I think it looks really great right here. Keeping it somewhat simple with the styling. And you know what? Maybe a catch-all tray would be perfect for this, to put like keys and stuff. But you know what? I mean, this is his space, so this is how I styled it, and I know he's gonna love it, but of course he's going to make it more personal and make it work for him more. That's the great thing about design, is when you create something for somebody else, you put your heart into it, and then you send it off and it is theirs. So I'm so happy with how this bedroom makeover has this studio apartment makeover has turned out. I'm actually was pretty surprised that I was able to fit everything that I had planned. It definitely took some planning, but I'm so happy with this. I know he's gonna love it. I don't know if I'm gonna include a reaction. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, he has seen sneak peeks here and there, but it's gonna be his first time seeing it all styled together, but I know he's gonna love it. And if he wants to, I will put sort of his reaction and stuff here. All right, that's gonna be a wrap for this apartment makeover. Honestly, this project was very fun for me. He absolutely loved it. And I think the whole process of putting it all together, designing it, some of the DIYs, I think that's truly magical. And of course, I really want to thank all of the brands that partnered with me for this project, especially Article. Article's pieces are wonderful. As you know, I love them. And I will, of course, link everything in the description box. If you have any questions about anything, if I missed something, please let me know in the comments. But let me know your thoughts on this apartment makeover. I think it was a really fun project. Hopefully you took away some styling ideas or entertainment at the very least. So thanks again so much for watching this video. I have some really exciting content coming up, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Aquí puedes pues guardar tus cosas como tú quieras.
Ahí se cierra solo.
Sí, se cierra
Sí.
solo. Soft close. Soft close. Look at that.
Y está chico el espacio y cupo mucho.
Sí, se mira más
Sí.
más grande, ¿verdad?
Más grande.
Bueno, pues sé que te gusta mucho Snoopy.
Sí.
Hasta tienes un collar de Snoopy.
De Snoopy.
Ajá.
Mi llavero.
Entonces ordené esto en Etsy con arte que tiene al Snoopy. También está este otro de Joe Cool.
Sí.
Bueno, pues gracias a Article por patrocinar este video. Los muebles, ¿te gustaron los muebles?
Sí, me encantaron. Bien cómodo.
Bien cómodo en tu propio lugar.
De apartamento.
Sí, puedes
Sí,
poner aquí la fruta o lo
sí.
que tú quieras. ¿Te gustó el cuadro?
Sí, da como una vista bonita.
Bueno, no lo pinté. Creo que le da un poco de elegancia.
Sí,
a este
de
espacio.
elegancia, sí.